My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to video games. This video game in particular is SpellRogue, and the character we're going to be playing is named Azar. Unfortunately, we have not unlocked Azar's loadout loadout D yet. I'm going to have 18, gonna have to have rather, 18 die, golden die in order to unlock that. So let's go to the one that I played the least recently, Flame Hunger. This is loadout A, signature spell is Flame Hunger. For a countdown of 3, 2 times a turn, we get to roll 1 to 2. So we're generating small die and then we're trying to utilize them effectively. Which, honestly, that's Azar. That's what Azar is. Ooh, give me a depletion spell thing. And diminishment, remove 1 charge from the leftmost spell every turn. That can be good. Azar has a huge amount of spells that want to be depleted. So those are the basics. Let's start having a look. I'm not going to look for ones that have their value on the upgrade though. Though there should be a reasonable amount of them. Wow, no depletions yet. I do wish I could look by keyword at these. We're all the way down to rares, and none of these want to be depleted. Am I wrong? Does this guy not have any deplete things? What on earth? I actually don't understand. I could have sworn you had like a strong deplete sub-theme. I am gutted. Wow. I don't like being so ridiculously wrong here. But it appears I am. Nothing. Barely any. And when I say barely any, what I mean is none. None of them even upgrade to have a deplete? Why? Well, that's gonna make diminishment less cool. Oh, we've got to get 20 points worth of modifiers here. We have 2 6s, we have 4 that cost 4. So taking both 6s would be all enemies start with 2 power, as well as I can only cast 6 spells per turn. 6 spells per turn. Worth. I don't like that. Lose 2 max health when collecting a spell. I think I can manage that. And a deprived. And then I only have to take 2 of the 4s. On turn 1, receive 1 fumble. So I will roll 1 less die on turn 1. And yeah, I'll have diminishment. Remove a charge from leftmost spell every turn. I also have 1 less potion slot to make up that final point. Hymn Book, on enemy death, gain 2 power. There's also the Sunweave Cloak. On health loss, gain 1 Banefire. And then Light's Lantern. On turn 1, roll a 1. On turn 2, roll a 2. On turn 3, roll a 3. The fact that I get to utilize low die quite effectively as this character, and I've got 1 less die, courtesy of Fumble on turn 1, makes me lean towards the Light's Lantern quite strongly right now. There is 1 path with 2 elites, and there's a path through 3 enemies to try and gain some spells before deciding whether or not I'm going to be capable of taking that out. Let's drop 1, 2, 3, and 12 damage. I need to move Flame Hunger away from the leftmost side. I don't want it being depleted each turn. 1, 2, 2, and another 2 for 12 damage. Dread Treant is dead. Burning both ends. Deal 16 damage for a 4 to a 6, and then lose 3 health. That is a lot of damage for very little health. That would give me the ability to push through the double elites probably pretty easily. And I think I should take it for exactly that reason. Brimstone says gain 1 block for each charge left, which means the first mana socket of Brimstone is going to give us 3 block, and then the second 2, and the third 1, one assumes. So I definitely don't want to be removing a charge from it each turn, and I'm probably not casting Burn Both Ends more than 1 time a turn. Because that's a lot of health loss. Ideally, I'll be avoiding casting it at all. But that's not always going to be an option. Like this turn, I can avoid casting it by instead casting a Blaze to do 12 damage to the enemy by investing all of my die into it, because with that 12 damage, that will prevent the enemy Shambler from being able to grow a new Shambler. I'm gonna gain as much defense as I can. All the while recognizing that I still have to take some this turn, and unfortunately the enemy also gets to grow a Shambler. Try and get some low die. So that I can cast Blaze twice and take out the frontline Shambler, and we do! Second Shambler is summoned, so the fight's over. Infused Shield. On a 1 to a 3, gain 3 block. On 3 inserted specifically, you roll a 1 to a 2. You could also give it the ability to roll a die of any value. Upgrades to give 5 block. There's also Falling Fire, deals 15 damage to an enemy and then 5 damage to adjacents. And then Iron Guard accepts any die. On a 1 to a 5, it gives you X plus 3 block. On a 6, it gives you a power. Or rather, X block and a power, and you can upgrade it to get more power or more block. I'm comfy taking Infused Shield as a way to defend myself here. It's certainly over the top of Brimstone. More enemies is more bad for us. I'm taking at least 5 damage this turn, unless I use Burning Both Ends. Which is exactly the position in which it's most okay to use it. And then I'll gain some block via Infused Shield. No attacks incoming this turn. I'm very comfortable. Take out the backliner because I have more ability to take out the frontliner next turn, what with its lower HP. In fact, even just throwing the 5 immediately into Blaze is enough damage to take him out. Great. Ooh, Phoenix Spells, roll 4 1s. Love that. Meteor. Now, Meteor is unfortunate, because I make a bunch of small die and then invest them in things in order to upgrade their effect. This is the opposite. It decreases its effect for each die spent in it, which we're not going to want to do. Charcoal Dagger on a 2 to a 5, deal X damage and apply a Rupture. And Wildfire Explosion. Deal 10 damage and apply 2 weak to a random enemy. To a random enemy. To an enemy that's random. I'm going to reroll here. None of these seem like they're good for our low-cost build. Suspension. For 7 countdown, twice a turn, apply 4 weak and gain 4 block. You can either do that to all enemies, or you can gain 1 more block and 2 more weak on the enemy. Iron Guard yet again, and then Kindle. For 2, you can roll a 3 to a 6. I'm going to take Suspension and replace Brimstone with it, just because it does make my defense better to do that. It's just not good. It's better. That doesn't make it good. Burning both ends is definitely my upgrade first, and I want it to have more damage so that I have to cast it fewer times, which means it will take less health from us in the long run. That said, in this fight against the Primordial Blaze, I'm going to be casting that bad boy every turn. Incoming damage. I can defend against 9. Put 3 into Infused Shield first. Get a Flame Hunger out of it. 1, 2, 3. That's 14 damage on you, and then with a 5 and a 6, I can get Blaze to do the rest of the damage, so I don't have to lose any more health to burning both ends. Pick up another spell. Glowing Visage. There we go. This is the kind of block that we actually want with this build. Gain 2 block. Increase by 2 for each dice spent. Much better than Suspension for us. It has it. It has a Deplete upgrade, and the Deplete upgrade is... It only has 2 charges as well. The Deplete upgrade is roll 3 1-2s. That's so good for us. Trap Spell Win, roll a die on turn 1. No, I need that shard. And then that goes on Glowing Visage's Depletion upgrade. And then we go to the moon. Hit up an event, choose and gain an attack spell, a defense spell, or a void spell. I like getting void spells basically whenever they're offered. And unless there was a shop immediately afterwards, which there isn't, the elite does not connect to a shop afterwards. I'm not shy to spend this money. So Rewrite Reality is the ability to just re-roll a low die for us. There's also Dark Arts, which we saw in the last episode, but didn't actually get to utilize. And then Omniscience. Rerolls a 6, but also gives us a Foresight. I'm going to take the opportunity here to reroll, looking for something better. Grim Rite. Apply 99 mute to another spell, and gain 1 power and 1 fortify. Invoke Mana only takes 5s, but rolls 2 die and they're unrestorable. And then there's Strange Presence as well on a 5 to a 6. Gain some block and then roll some die. Vex die will actually allow me to lower the count of my other dies so that they are more effective for things. I think I take Strange Presence. And if I replace Infused Shield with it, I think I'm actually off to the races, because 3s go into the Flame Hunger. Gonna get another shard, and I'm probably gonna upgrade the Strange Presence to have an additional die. that it rolls. I'm so jazzed about that. Glowing Visage. Here we go. I put a 6 into this, and I'm going to roll 3 1-2s. Woo! Hit the enemy for a 12 damage blaze, and then pre-invest in the next one. I could lose 6 health in order to use 2 burning both ends and take the enemy out. Seeing as all the enemies have 2 attack already, it does feel like it's probably the direction I should go. Paying 6 health to get through an elite fight is not half bad. Gold, flowing mana for a full reroll, and that's also all of our potions now. Incinerate, Charcoal Dagger, and Inferno here. The ability to gain Banefire, which deals 2 damage at the end of the round, rather, deals 2 damage to the thrown opponent, and then you reduce Banefire by 1. Not very interested. I'm going to take a reroll here as well. Hello. Well, that one certainly does say Luminance. Zeal of the Sun, destroy all die with a 5. Gain 4 block for each die destroyed. And Magma Skin, gain block, and Pyro Hide to strike the enemy back. I'm going to take Luminance because I always like Radiance. I just don't always have the ability to do it. Flame Brand, gain critical. Oh no. I have to admit that gain critical after casting 12 spells is probably a lot more powerful than a shard for us right now in this build. Think of it. A shard is capable of getting me an additional Vex die from Strange Presence. Whereas dealing double damage with burning both ends is 48. That's so good. Let's hit another event. I'll lose 6 max HP for a Gilded Dowsing Rod. I like having gold, although I would have liked it much earlier in the round. Now let's suspend or disenchant one of these so that I get 8 max HP back. I am losing 2 max HP every time I take a spell as well, which I should definitely be considering, and I am. Okay, thankfully both of these Roots of the Forest are currently defending, so they're not really going to do anything to us. I do want to defend as well as I can. But using Burning Both Ends on the enemy this turn to prevent their incoming 12 damage is the best defense I can do. Trying to do another 12 damage. Drop a 1 and then a 3 into Glowing Visage. Maybe a 1, a 2, and a 3. Strange Presence, roll me a Vex die. Perfect. I could try and cast Blaze twice this turn, so once for 10, and then start baking the second one. The Roots of the Forest give 5 defense to everyone on the field, so the Heart of the Forest itself has 10, 5 from each. Ooh, but you are trying to gain power this turn, and I don't want you to do that. I need to cast Flame Brand. I'm gonna have to use burning both ends this turn if I want to be able to do anything about this enemy. As now I can use Blaze for as much damage as I need. Okay, I'm gonna use burning both ends again. Oops. Okay, so I slightly miscalculated here. I'll use Phoenix Pearl so that I can get through this. I was going to be slightly short on Blaze damage. I wanted to avoid having to use burn both ends again, but realistically, I should have just used it. I'm probably going to full heal anyway. Yep, would have full healed anyway. There we go. Shard and Leyline Focus. Roll an extra die every turn, but on turn 1, all enemies gain 1 power. They've already all gained 2 power. I don't think I want to give them more. Crooked Dies. Roll 1 extra die each turn, but 6s lose 1 value. And Cursed Pendant. Roll an additional die each turn. Each turn receive 2 weak. I think 2 weak is very minimal compared to what I am capable of, so I think that's a good way for me to get extra die. Let's get Strange Presence to roll additional die for us. Another 2 elite path is available here, but it's worth noting, it guarantees I'll hit 2 shops, so I should be very, very careful about spending my money this floor. Hello, Devil Spellcaster! So the first time I cast a spell this turn, I am going to get critical. Now I can burn both ends for 44 damage on you. And pre-invest rather a bunch into a Blaze. The enemy will gain more power if I roll a 4 or a 5, and I do roll a 4. Defending against this will be difficult. Incoming damage 16. Let's roll a 4 in Flame Hunger. Okay, those are all quite low. Love to see that. Here's Glowing Visage, lowering the value of all die as well as giving us more die back. I'll Blaze the enemy. Reinvest 2 2s into Blaze, hit the enemy with burning both ends. And then, just to cast another spell, I will cast Flame Hunger, and then finish the enemy off. This is just to get the Flame Brand back to a better position. I'm losing a lot of health. I don't love it. Incandescence. Gain 4 Radiance. Gain 5 Radiance with the upgrade. Gas Bolts. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy 3 times. Upgrades to do 4 times. With the next dice rolled. I don't want any of those. I kind of want Incandescence, but not really. Wild Blaze Orb, hello though. 4 on its countdown. Deal 4 damage to a random enemy. Hit once for each dice spent. There's also Extract. Actually, you could be very valuable as well. Deals 10 damage. If it's lethal, heal 4. I'm going to take Extract. That instead of Blaze should give me the ability to run Burning Both Ends and be quite comfortable with it. We've actually got a life build going on here. I didn't think it could be done. Odd Cascade. Roll 3 odd die on turn 3. There's also Fortune's Favor. +3 value to all die. And then Spell Catalyst. When inserted in the spell, it increases the spell's damage and block by 4. Not really what we're looking for, though. Because I'm looking to conserve money this floor, I will take roll 3 odd die on turn 3, the Odd Cascade. Killing the backline of this turn should be child's play. Yeah, that'll do it. 3 into Flame Hunger. Another 3 into Flame Hunger. Actually, do I defend this turn? Yes, because burning both ends on the backliner then sets up Flame Brand to critical soon. I'm going to reroll with my die. So now if I throw a single 5 into Strange Presence, we now get critical. And with critical... I can very easily extract the life of this backliner, heal myself by 4. Heck, I can even set up the next one. Extract is now 6 away from being cast, and I do another 22 damage to the front liner. At the end of this fight, I'm also going to draft a spell, and in drafting that spell, I'm going to lose 2 max HP. So as long as I extract this enemy right now, which we're about to. Although I'll also cast additional spells wherever available here. For the sake of incrementing our Flame Brand. But I heal 4 and I'm losing 2 max health at the end of the turn, so... End of the fight, rather. So it's like ending the fight on full health. Convalescence, the ability to heal at will, should I want it. Charcoal Dagger again. I am just going to take a spell. Time for an elite battle and then a shop. Still trying to maintain money. Oh, it's the Crones and they all have 2 additional damage. Why? This fight's a toughie. But if I can get burning both ends off, should be a lot better. I'll put 3 into Flame Hunger to roll some new die. One, 2, 3, 4, and 2 into Glowing Visage, 12 block. So I'm still going to be taking 2 damage this turn. Extract can take the 2s before I cast Burning Both Ends. Yeah, so we'll be looking to cast a critical Burning Both Ends to take out the Crone of Death in the front line this turn. Incoming damage is also 20. Woof. Pop a 5 into Strange Presence for some good defense. Pop a 4 into Flame Hunger to roll some lower die for the sake of Glowing Visage. And then that's enough for me to be able to drop a Burning Both Ends for exactly 44 damage on the frontliner. Also going to cast Burning Both Ends again. Oh no. Oh, that was actually pretty bad right there. I'm not close enough to being able to cast Glowing Visage after that. I should have invested in Glowing Visage first. That's a problem. This turn is so easy to deal with. The turns are so wild in this fight. Like, half of them are easy to deal with, half of them are really, really tough. Let's hit him with a Strange Presence so that I can kill the frontliner and then extract some health out of them. There's Glowing Visage to roll a bunch of extra die for us. Pop all those 3s into extract to get it ready. Should use Flame Hunger twice this turn. Again, just incrementing our Flame Brand. And sure, I will actually extract. My goal is going to now be to try and get lethal with extract without using Burning Both Ends again. Two. And another 2. And that's our full defense. Two, and a 4 into extract does 20 damage. And in fact, it leaves me with exactly enough to attack with it again. Cast as many spells as I can next turn, end with extract. Flame Hunger. 2 Flame Hunger. And that'll do it. Let's extract from the enemy for health. Get a gold. We get 15 damage from a blast pot. That's useful. Flamestorm. On health loss, -2 to its countdown. Interesting. I still don't think that's good. I still don't think that's enough support. Even if I deal damage to myself twice a turn, I still feel like Flamestorm is not. With 20 as its countdown, I gotta hit myself 10 times so that I can do 24 damage? No. I'm gonna take it though. Drop suspension and golden bracelet. 150 gold. I'm about to go to 2 stores in a row. If I upgraded extract, I could get more health back from it. I think I go with the money. Tempest, cast 3 countdown spells. Give -3 to the leftmost playable countdown spell. There's Fragmentize and Channel Mana in here as well. Wow, Fragmentize is so good. Anger, Tablet of Anger. On any spell depleted, gain a Fury. Well, actually, that's not incredible for us. Roll 10 die, gives us 7 damage to a random enemy from Overcharge Crystal. I'm definitely taking Tempest. I just want Glowing Visage to cast a lot more easily. The leftmost countdown spell. Yes, I'm not going to have to invest a ridiculous amount in it to get that free reroll, thank you. That'd be great. I get to sell spells here as well, and I will sell a full 5. Sap Life Force. Deal 6 damage. Gain health equal to the unblocked damage dealt. Channel mana -3 to a target spell's countdown. And it can be cast twice a turn with 1s, so that's the ability to get Glowing Visage with 2 1s. But of course, Glowing Visage with 2 1s is actually not really giving us any defense, it's just giving us back a bunch of 1s. Fragmentize, the ability to generate even more 1s. The thing is, I want that. I just don't think it helps me. Still. I don't have enough defense, is the big problem right now. I can defend with Glowing Visage for a maximum of still not much. I should probably take a Smoke Screen, the ability to dodge one attack in the next fight as well. Fragmentize with the ability to gain power is nice. Am I really a low die deck? Is that really what I am? It doesn't feel like it. I'm taking Channel Mana and Fragmentize, just in case. I do roll a lot of dice. I'm also taking the Overcharge Crystal. 7 damage to an enemy whenever I do roll 10 die. Hello, Jin. I'm gonna deal 8 damage to me this turn, eh? Have you considered not doing it? Just for my sake, I think that'd be a lot cooler. Here we go. Block him entirely. Cast Flamehunger twice this turn, getting our critical ready. I'll hit you for 44 with burning both ends. Twice. That should be pretty helpful. One 6 into Strange Presence. Okay, so the backliner is the one that I need to kill. Great. I can't get another critical this turn. Okay, so I'm going to use 15 damage from the Blast Bot on the backliner, and then I'm just going to hit him with an Extract for the kill, as well as some healing here. Elite Fight down. Gold. Luminance is here again. It's also Gathering Flames, though. Gathering Flames does have a depleted ability. But also it could roll a die. Wheel of Vigor for each 3 attack spells cast in a single turn, gain 6 block. I don't often cast 3 attack spells in a single turn, unfortunately, so I will take the Shard here. Okay, so Extract is important. So many of these things are important. I think I need to open a new slot if I want to do anything right now. Currently, Channel Mana will make it much easier for me to extract the enemy consistently. Gives me something to do with my wands. Luminance is back, so is Sap Life Force. Inferno we've seen earlier as well. Red Dawn, on a 4 rolled, -2 countdown to a random spell. Yep. Thank you. There's also Staff of Lightning on a 6 roll, deals 3 damage to all enemies, and then finally, when attacked by the enemy, gain 2 Fury and a Vengeful Dagger. We'll take Red Dawn. I'll take on a 6 roll, deals 3 damage to all enemies. I'm not taking Vengeful Dagger, though. Never mind. I guess I am. Getting spells, Iron Skin Potion, Blast Pot, and Weakness. Let's look at the map for a second. Boss battle. There's a lot of multi-attacking in that boss battle. I suspect that Weakness Gas will really help me out. Also, I suspect I'm probably actually dead when I get to that boss battle. I should probably heal. Big heal before I get there. My defense is not good. Strange presence. I'd love to set up Extract, but I can't. Can I? I'm gonna pop a 2 and a 4 into Glowing Visage, which is enough for all of the block I'm looking for. I'm gonna cast Flame Hunger with a 1. And then use 2 1s on Extract. Never mind. A 1 on Extract and then a 1 on Flame Hunger. So that now I can extract for 10. And start pre-baking my next extraction. Yeah, the Devil Spellcaster is probably not going to be too happy about what I just did there. Probably going to make me pay for it. Oh no, whenever I roll a 1 or a 3, I apply Power to all enemies. Did it have to be 1s? Strange Presence for some strange defense. And it kills the enemy before I had the ability. Oof. Oh, that's so much worse. I can do 48 damage to you, and then I'd have to go back to extracting. Deals 6 damage to myself this turn just so that I have the ability to extract to heal myself by 4. Ugh. Not how we wanted that one to go down. Some money, Iron Skin Potion for 12 block, which I will probably need for the next fight, to be honest. Nourish Flames on a 3 to a 6. +2 to the countdown spell, and we roll some ones. Honestly, I don't want to use Burning Both Ends anymore. It's a lot of damage, but it's causing me pain. A lot of pain. I'm going to take Wild Blaze Orb. I suspect that both of those potions are going to be more powerful than the Iron Hide. We go to the Sanctuary. And I'm going to disenchant a spell here, because if I disenchant burning both ends, I can reclaim that shard. I don't really want to go Radiant every other turn. But a Fragmentize and Wild Blaze Orb would be a strategy to actually be able to win fights. Alright, Shadowfire Twins, let's go. One of them's brilliant, one of them's in shadow. Incoming is 16 damage here on this first turn. We roll so low. Woof. This is awful. I can't use Strange Presence, and I can't even use Flame Hunger for effect. I can Fragmentize, and I have 5 1s. I'm going to give Weakness Gas to the enemy in order to not take a ridiculous amount of damage this turn. Flame Hunger should be further left than Wild Blaze Orb. That's my mistake here. I'm prepared to, well, defend myself next turn, at least. Actually, if I just never use Extract, Vengeful Dagger, whenever they attack me, they give me 2 Fury, which makes my next Wild Blaze Orb a lot better. But also, the Wild Blaze Orb is occasionally being -2'd to its countdown by Red Dawn. If I can't roll a 5 or a 6 on most of these turns, Strange Presence is going to be a really, 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 really sad. Just really sad for us. Wild Blaze Orb just cast itself for free and did nothing. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting out of this one. I'll try my darndest, though. Roll 3 odd die. Let's Fragmentize and go for a Strange Presence. I would like to get as much effect out this turn as is humanly possible. And 4. 20 damage to a random enemy 4 times. And that's enough to invert the enemies. Now we've got a Shadowfire Twin that is gaining 2 power and 25 brilliance next turn, and a Shadowfire Twin that's dealing 15 damage and gaining 2. Prevent them from doing any damage, actually. Ugh, 6 weaken, that's a lot. That's gonna make that Wild Blaze Orb very, very difficult to do anything with. There we go for full expenditure. That's 6 power at least, so that's evening out the effect of the weakness. Again, I didn't roll a 5 or a 6, so I'm just gonna have to cop a lot of this damage on the chin, which might be enough to screw us. One, two, three. Thing is, if I don't invest in the glowing visage first here, it'll... Oh, God. Tempest is going to autocast. Tempest and Red Dawn are actually screwing me right now by autocasting my things when I do not want them autocast. Yeah, I'm not capable of surviving here. Even if I use the dodge potion, I'm taking 6 damage on the first attack, which will cancel out the dodge potion. And that'll be the end of this. Ugh. Ugh. So... I want to say so close. I want to say we were so near succeeding. But it feels like we were one good defensive option away from that. Something like the ability to give enemies weaken with low value die would have been what it did for us. That would have been the clincher. That would have connected all of these pieces together. Also, I definitely should have considered, when considering the possibility of subbing into Wild Blaze Orb, not only that Flame Hunger should have been positioned further left, but also the fact that Tempest, when I took it in the first place, does anti-synergize. I did consider this, I just didn't think it was going to be so bad. Does anti-synergize with Glowing Visage. It effectively turns Glowing Visage into no block whatsoever. So what, I'm relying on all of my block from Strange Presence, which if I don't roll a 5 or a 6 on a turn, I'm screwed? Evidently, yes, that is what I decided to do. And because of it, I'm not going to decide to do it again in the near future. I learned a lesson. Hell yeah, we either win or we learn on this channel. My name's been Rhapsody, the name of the game. This has been SpellRogue. Top left is a series playlist for all my content of the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming pass are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Add a roll to thank tier, and a special thanks this episode to Kimaru. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you next time.